Have you ever considered whether something as seemingly innocuous as fruit could harm your health? Since childhood, we have been told that fruits are nature's sweets, full of vitamins, antioxidants, and wholesome nourishment. However, what is often overlooked is that not all fruits are equally beneficial, particularly as we age. For those over 60, the body undergoes numerous changes. Metabolism slows, the digestive system becomes more delicate, and maintaining stable blood sugar levels becomes a greater challenge. In fact, certain fruits that may be advantageous for younger individuals can quietly become hazardous for older adults. The risks include high sugar content, harmful drug interactions, and concealed acidity, all of which can cause genuine harm if we are not vigilant. Nevertheless, there is good news. Nature also provides life-enhancing fruits that can support cardiovascular health, combat inflammation, protect memory, and improve bone strength. Drawing upon a lifetime of experience and the study on these changes, I wish to share the 4 fruits you ought to avoid, as well as 4 you should actively incorporate into your diet. Your body deserves the utmost care. Let us proceed directly to the essential details. The 4 fruits seniors should avoid. 1. Grapefruit. A hidden threat for medication users. At first glance, grapefruit appears harmless, even beneficial, given its attractive appearance and reputation for supporting heart health. Yet, for older adults, particularly those over 60, this fruit poses a significant and largely unrecognized risk. Grapefruit contains a compound that inhibits a vital liver enzyme, CYP4, which is responsible for metabolizing many commonly prescribed medications for seniors. When this enzyme is suppressed, medicines can accumulate to dangerous levels within the bloodstream, causing severe complications. This may result in muscle breakdown from statins, critical cardiac arrhythmias, excessive bleeding from blood thinners, or overwhelming sedation from anti-anxiety drugs. The real danger is that many seniors remain unaware of this interaction, consuming grapefruit in the morning before taking medication, and only learning of the risk when facing a medical emergency, sometimes with fatal consequences. This warning is not intended to alarm unnecessarily, but to impart hard-earned knowledge. Grapefruit is not inherently harmful, but for anyone on prescription medication, indeed for the vast majority of those over 65, it is simply not a risk worth taking. 2. Cherries. Deceptively sweet, risky for arthritis and diabetes. Cherries hold a special place in many people's memories, whether from summer picnics or freshly baked pies. Yet, for seniors, this sweet treat may have unintended consequences. Cherries, particularly in large quantities or processed forms, such as juices, dried fruits, or syrups, are exceptionally high in natural sugars. A single cup of sweet cherries contains nearly 20 grams of sugar, which can be difficult for those with type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes, or impaired insulin sensitivity to process safely. These sugars may cause blood glucose spikes, damaging organs, causing fatigue, and increasing vulnerability over time. Moreover, cherries are naturally acidic, which can exacerbate issues for those suffering from arthritis or other inflammatory conditions. While fresh cherries do contain antioxidants, their acidity and sugar content, especially when processed or consumed in excess, can worsen joint pain and inflammation, contradicting their otherwise healthy image. The consequences often appear gradually, manifesting as joint stiffness, unstable blood sugar, or unrefreshing sleep, all of which erode quality of life. 3. Bananas. Excess potassium can be harmful. For much of our lives, bananas are considered a paragon of healthy eating, easily portable, packed with potassium, and believed to prevent cramps and enhance cardiovascular health. While this may hold true for younger individuals, older adults face different circumstances. Aging kidneys are less efficient at removing excess potassium from the bloodstream, particularly if one is taking blood pressure medications such as ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics. Excess potassium can gradually accumulate, disrupting cardiac rhythm, impairing muscular function, and affecting mental clarity, a condition known as hyperkalemia. The symptoms, palpitations, muscle weakness, or vague discomfort, may not be immediately linked to overconsumption of bananas, and by the time obvious signs emerge, significant harm may already have occurred. Therefore, older adults, especially those with heart or kidney concerns or those taking relevant medications, should monitor their banana intake with care. 4. Dried fruits. The concealed sugar excess. Dried fruits, such as raisins, dates, apricots, and cranberries, are often marketed as healthy snacks. However, while water is removed in the drying process, the sugars are not, meaning a small serving of dried fruit can contain the sugar content of an entire cluster of its fresh counterpart, but minus the hydrating and fiber benefits. Additionally, commercial dried fruits are frequently coated with added sugar or preserved with sulfites, which may exacerbate conditions like asthma, trigger migraines, or inflamed digestive tracts. For seniors, especially those dealing with diabetes, hypertension, or digestive sensitivities, these miniature snacks can induce blood sugar spikes, gastrointestinal discomfort, and a misleading sense of healthfulness. The cumulative effect may be an insidious decline in comfort, stability, and metabolic equilibrium over time. The 4-fruit seniors should embrace turning from caution to optimism. Let us consider those fruits that can rejuvenate, protect, and strengthen us well into our later years. These should form a regular part of the senior diet. 1. Blueberries. The guardian of cognitive health. The modest blueberry is among the most powerful allies for the aging brain. Studies have demonstrated that the anthocyanins responsible for the berry's deep blue hue serve as antioxidants, reducing inflammation, facilitating neuronal communication, and protecting against oxidative damage that erodes memory and cognitive function. Regular consumption of blueberries has been linked with slower rates of memory decline, better decision-making, and a reduced risk of Alzheimer's disease. Additionally, blueberries contribute to heart health, help regulate blood pressure, and are suitable for diabetics due to their low sugar content. Incorporating a modest portion, about half a cup daily, can yield significant benefits, offering a natural approach to support the aging mind and body. 2. Apples, again, the fiber-rich protector of heart health. The old adage about apples keeping the doctor away remains particularly pertinent for those in later life. Rich in soluble fiber, specifically pectin, apples help bind cholesterol in the digestive tract and prevent it from entering the bloodstream, actively lowering bad LDL cholesterol and reducing the risk of heart attack and stroke. Apples are also low in calories and sugar, making them a wise option for those managing blood sugar or weight. Their antioxidants, quercetin and flavonoids, offer anti-inflammatory benefits, reducing risk of certain cancers and neurodegenerative disorders. Regular consumption supports straightforward digestion and evokes feelings of comfort and familiarity. 3. Avocados on them. Nourishment through healthy fats. Avocados are distinct from traditional fruits. Lacking sweetness and brilliant coloring, they may not seem attractive, but their benefits are manifold for those over 60. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, beneficial fats that protect the heart, reduce inflammation, lower bad cholesterol, and support brain health. Further, avocados are abundant in vitamin K, vital for bone health and preventing fractures, as well as folate and potassium, which aid in regulating blood pressure and enhancing circulation. The antioxidant lutein guards eyesight, reducing the risk of age-related visual decline. Including avocado in the diet is a simple way to enhance both physical well-being and the pleasure of eating. 4. Papaya. The digestive and anti-inflammatory wonder. Papaya, with its soft texture and tropical sweetness, is more than a mere treat. It is a natural digestive aid thanks to the enzyme papain. As digestion becomes more challenging with age, papaya can reduce bloating and discomfort and improve overall gastrointestinal function, especially for those experiencing irregularity or negative effects from medication. Papaya's wealth of vitamins C, A, and E reinforces immunity, supports skin health, and combats inflammation, a crucial consideration in chronic diseases such as arthritis or heart disease. A few slices daily can gently enhance the body's balance, demonstrating that effective relief may come not from pharmaceuticals, but from nature's own provisions. A lifelong approach to fruit and well-being. As we progress through later life, it becomes clear that dietary habits once taken for granted must now be considered with deliberation. Every choice either steers us towards better health or adds further challenges for our bodies to manage. However, adopting better habits need not be difficult. Choosing blueberries over dried fruit, apples in preference to sugary snacks, avocado rather than processed spreads, and papaya instead of indigestion remedies. These are small, attainable actions that over time build a foundation of resilience. It is also imperative to accept that not all former favorites are still appropriate. What was once benign or beneficial may now undermine health. Grapefruit, bananas, cherries, and dried fruits, though not inherently harmful, warrant care and moderation, particularly in light of changing medication requirements, blood sugar control, and renal function. Such awareness is not about restriction, but about adopting a mature, respectful relationship with our aging bodies. Ultimately, the abundance that nature provides remains rich, with healing potential for those who choose wisely and intentionally. Whether you are 60, 70, 80, or older, know that your health is determined as much by today's choices as by past years. The fruits you select can offer partnership in longevity, serve as daily acts of self-respect, and bring joy, adding not just years to your life, but life to your year. To your years. Let us share ideas and support one another in making these mindful decisions. Reflect on what you have learned and how you intend to apply it, so we may all enjoy a full and authentic journey through life.